Have you ever tried to hammer in a nail with a pencil? It would be pretty ridiculous to watch that. And it's not that you don't know how to hammer a nail, it's that you have the wrong tool. And that's what running a business without operating infrastructure looks like. You know exactly what to do, but everything takes 5 times longer than it should. If you're running a company between 500,000 to 20 million, you've probably felt this stuff before. Things live in your head when they need to be on paper. You're making decisions with your gut because you don't have real data. New hires take months to ramp up because nothing's documented, and projects stall because no one knows who's responsible for what. The tool system in the executive flow framework is all about operating infrastructure. And listen, these things aren't sexy. No one gets out of bed for a great CRM system or a playbook. But without these things, your organization either can't grow or it grows so inefficiently that it causes it to break. Here's the principle. Your head is the worst place to store the most important things about your business. If everything lives in your head, then that is a single failure point. If you get sick, you go on vacation, or just have a bad day, the whole business stalls. Tools exist to get systems out of your head and onto paper so that anyone on your team can use them and build upon them. The 6 tools I'm going to talk about fall into 3 phases. Document it, measure it, manage it. Document it means getting your strategy and your processes out of your head and onto paper. Measure it means knowing exactly what's happening in your business with real data. And finally, manage it means holding your people accountable to clear outcomes. So the first phase is document it. And that's all about getting strategy out of your head and onto paper. The first tool is a business plan. And before you tune out, I don't mean like a 40-page business plan that no one's gonna read. I'm talking about a living, breathing operating system for your company. Think about it as the one place where all the key information about your company lives. Your vision, your mission, your org chart, your core values. Everything that we talk about as a part of the executive flow operating system lives in one place. Most founders have all this information somewhere. It's in an Excel spreadsheet, it's in an email, it's on a slide deck, it's on an old napkin somewhere. This just gets all of it into one place. Here's the question. If you stepped away from your business for 30 days, would your leadership team be able to get all the answers that they need about your vision and your strategy, or they have to call you? If they'd have to call you, you probably don't have a business plan yet. Now, once you have your business plan, the second tool is playbooks. Now, playbooks are all about taking the processes that live in your head and getting them on paper step by step so that people besides you can follow them. A good playbook has 5 sections. Number 1, the purpose. What does this process accomplish and why? Number 2, the trigger. What kicks it off? Number 3, step-by-step instructions on the process. Number 4 is common mistakes and how to avoid them. And then 5th and finally, escalation paths, when to involve a manager. Here's why playbooks matter. The number 1 thing that slows down the hiring process is training. And if you have nothing written down for training, that's why the whole hiring process takes forever. Listen, your best employee is probably spending like 20 hours training your newest employee, and that's really a waste of time. What if instead you could give them playbooks during the first week and say, read through these. If you have any questions, let us know. You just saved a ton of time for everybody, and that's what playbooks are all about. Don't try to document everything at once. Just start with your top 5 most repeated processes and document those into 5 playbooks. Once you've documented it, now you need to measure it. Measure it is all about knowing exactly what's happening. And the first tool of measure it is called a CRM system, or a customer relationship management system. Now, a CRM is your single source of truth with your customers. Like, who are they? When did you last talk with them? What did they buy? What is your total pipeline value? I'm amazed at how many companies doing over $1 million of revenue are still tracking everything sales-wise in the leader's head. Like, that is not a great system. That's a liability for the organization. You don't need an expensive CRM. Start with HubSpot or Pipedrive or Monday. There's a lot of great options, but you need one place where all of the truth about your sales process lives. Having one source of truth as a CRM system is a great way for you to make better decisions about sales. The second measurement tool is called a KPI Dashboard. Think of this like a dashboard for your car. When you're driving, you glance at the dashboard to figure out your speed, your fuel level, how hot the engine is. You don't like get out of the car and pop the engine every time you want to know how the car is doing, but this is often how leaders are running their companies. It's like they're constantly pulling over, popping the hood to see how healthy everything is because they don't have a dashboard that tells them easily. A good KPI dashboard has both lagging and leading indicators. A lagging indicator tells you what's already happened. Your revenue, your profit, your retention. And leading indicators tell you what's about to happen, like your pipeline value or proposals sent out. If you're only tracking lagging indicators, it's like looking in the rearview mirror to drive. You need a good combination of lagging and leading indicators to know how your company is really doing. So don't start with 50 numbers, start with 5 to 10 KPIs that really matter to your company and put them in a visual dashboard so you can know how the company is doing every day. The third and final phase is manage it. And manage it is all about keeping people accountable. The first tool here is employee scorecards. The number one frustration employees have across every study I've seen is they don't know what's expected of them. Like the main thing a manager can provide, telling the employee what they need to do, is the main thing that employees typically don't have. An employee scorecard fixes this. It gives every single employee a mission for their role, objectives that are specific and challenging, and key results to measure their progress. Think of it like a mini performance review every single month. Instead of just looking at how an employee is doing once per year, you're shortening it and doing it once per month. And let me tell you, employees typically don't hate this. They actually love it because not only is there clarity on their role, but they also get credit for the work that they're actually doing. The last tool is project management. If you have projects that have a start date and an end date, like new hire onboarding or a system migration, you need to have a way to manage it. A project management tool does 3 things. It tells you what needs to happen, who's responsible, and whether or not you're on track. Without it, projects live in Slack Messenger and email and random conversations in the hallway, and your whole project management system is broken, and ultimately everything goes straight back up to the founder or the leader because no one knows the status of the project. The tool matters a whole lot less than the habit. Just pick one. Asana, Trello, Monday, Notion, whatever. The best project management system is one that your team will use every single day. So that's the tool system. 6 tools across 3 phases. Document it, that's your business plan and your playbooks. Measure it, that's your KPI dashboard and your CRM system. And manage it. That's your employee scorecards and your project management system. Here's the reality. Most founders that I talk with have maybe 2 or 3 of these 6 in place. And the 3 that they don't have is representing some invisible drag on the organization, and they just can't name what the problem is. So here's my challenge to you. Go through the list of 6 tools. Which one are you missing? Implement one tool right away and get your organization back on track. Because remember, the worst place to store your business is in your head. And if you want to see where you stand and what your number one constraint is across all 6 systems, take the free Executive Flow assessment.